Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I survived my vacation, but today has been kind of hard. I'm going to do my weekly reading update for September 30th, 2018. So we got home really late last night, so I'm not really awake, but I want to get this done because it's Sunday and get stuff done. If you hear the laundry going in the background, I apologize, but that's just how it is when you get back from vacation. Your suitcase is full of dirty clothes. Anyway, so considering that I had a really good time in Vermont, this week was just fun every day. We got to see a whole lot. I'm gonna hopefully have some kind of vlogs. I didn't vlog very well. I didn't do any talking vlogs. It's really just gonna be picture vlogs. I'm gonna put one up at least this week. I think it's just gonna be enough for one between Boston and Vermont, but I might do a Boston and a Vermont one. I don't know. I haven't put them together yet. I don't have that much. To be honest, I was with my family and I didn't really want to talk to the camera in front of my family. That's just kind of embarrassing to me. They don't know that I do this. Not because I'm ashamed of it or anything. It's just I didn't tell them. So you know, it's not a big deal. Anyway, just getting on to reading. So anyway, so the vacation was great. So I'm just recovering today on Sunday before I go back to work tomorrow, which is I'm not looking forward to at all. I'm sure they did a lot of stuff while I was gone, but it's more of I go through and figure out what the heck they did and what didn't get done and what still needs to. So it'll be an interesting day tomorrow. I will be exhausted. Anyway, so for my reading, I actually read a fair amount for myself for being on vacation. I mean, I read mostly in the evenings when we were either right before dinner we went out, or we had made stuff at home at the rental house that we had in Vermont, or what else did I, then there's a couple of dead times when we were waiting to do something, so I'd pick up the book, and then of course right before bed I would read. So I did actually read. I actually finished one book, and I finished a novella, and I started another one. So anyway, and then of course I had a 6-hour plane ride yesterday and many hours at the airport, which is not fun. So I got quite a bit into the last book, but I don't have a copy of it here because my book haul for the end of September, which includes all the stuff that I bought at the Brattle and the Northshire bookstore. So the Brattle was in Boston and the Northshire bookstore was in Vermont, in Manchester, Vermont. I don't have those books with me. We sent them by mail, through the post office to my parents' house. So we sent them on Friday, so we won't get them for probably a week or two. It was not a huge deal, but I sent all the books that I bought, and I bought all used, so it's pretty cool. But I don't have those to show yet, so my my last September book haul will be kind of late this month. So just so you know. And again, I got a lot of classics, so it was kind of fun. So it's kind of different. It's funny how I'm kind of reverting back to my English degree, what I would pick up when I was just out of college, or in college, and then just out of college. So it's kind of interesting. I'm going back to that stuff. But that's not what I read this week. This week was much more contemporary and fantastical. So we'll get with that. So anyway, one of the books that I sent back with those new books, or the books that I purchased, was The Little Stranger by Sarah Waters. So I'm over a third of the way through it now. And I came to a section where I didn't like what the main character did. And again, this is a story about kind of a local doctor in the late 40s. So it's after the war in England, and he's struggling. He's not making it big, I guess. And he kind of befriends this family who lives at the Hundreds. I think it's Hall. I can't remember for sure. Anyway, so it just got the fantastical element kind of just happened, not happened. He was told a story, and now it's what his reaction is to it that I'm not happy about. So I put the book down thinking I will get back to it again. So again, I do have a book, a physical book. It's just not here. It's in the mail coming from Vermont. Anyway, So I probably will try to revisit that. I don't know if I'll get to it until December. We'll see. Maybe I'll feel like picking it up when I get it back. But right now I'm a little mad at him, and so I put the book down. Anyway, so when that kind of failed on me early in the week, I decided to pick up Nalini Singh's Rebel Hard, which is the second in the hard play series of hers. And again, these are her contemporary books, so they're not like my favorite are her paranormal romances, beyond a doubt. But I will read pretty much anything she writes because she is one of my favorite authors, near the very, very top. So this one is a fun romance, mostly about two people of Indian descent who live in New Zealand, and they both decide to go have arranged marriages that their parents set up. And I found this really fascinating about, of course, the whole Indian culture. So that was cool. I enjoyed that. But they were just, the characters themselves were awesome. I liked them and how well they were written, and of course the way the story went, because of course it's a happy ending. I'm sorry, but it was fun, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really fast read. I mean, I read it in a couple days, even with all the activities. So it was really fun. So I did enjoy that. And so then I picked up another book on my Kindle. And I have to remind myself that when I go on vacation, I need to take my Kindle and not the books to carry. It's so much easier to resolve this on vacation. That was the whole point I bought a Kindle in the first place. But this Fire, you know, it's a little heavier than the Kindle, but it's just carrying a book around, a huge book, which you'll see the other book that I started. Anyway, so I read a novella, A Long Day, in Lichford by Paul Cornell. Now, I'd read the other two novellas that go with this, The Witches of Lichford, and, I don't know what the second one was. I just read the second one like a month ago or two. So I wanted to finish out the trilogy. I think they're done, even though it doesn't end in a way that it feels like it's done. Like, I feel like there could be more installments. So I have not heard if there is. If there is, let me know. I have not seen anything on that. But these are just fun, but they're little wacky witches, you know, in this small little town where all the things converge, you know, like ley lines and stuff or something, some kind of thing. And one of the witches, she does something while she's a little intoxicated that wreaks havoc for everybody. I didn't like this as well as the first one. And it's probably about the same par as the second one for me. I did enjoy it though, so I'm glad I read it, but it wasn't like this is a new favorite or anything. I think there's just a little, I have a little disconnect with the way some of it was written, but it's not written badly. Again, maybe sometimes as a writer, I have reactions to things that I can't verbalize quite so well. But it was still a fun ride. That was the whole thing. It was a funny, over-the-top, laughing kind of thing. It was funny. Anyway, so I read those two. And then I picked up the other physical book I had taken with me, which is Bloody Rose by Nicholas Eames. So this is the companion to Kings of the Wild, which is my second favorite book of last year. So I am really enjoying this. I'm only halfway through, almost exactly. I'm not finding it, because I was traveling, I wasn't picking it up maybe as much as I wanted to, but I just, it was hours at the airport and it was hours on the plane, and I couldn't read it continuously. It would have been nice if I'd gotten farther so I could have finished it out, but I probably won't finish this out for another day or two, because I have about 250 pages left, but I'm enjoying it so far. I don't think I'm feeling the same love as I did for Kings of the Wild, but I think it's because it's different and it has a slightly different tone to it. So, but I still am enjoying it. I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly, but again, I'm a little out of practice, guys. But overall, I'm really enjoying this enough that I'm going to continue. It's not like I'm going to set this down like The Little Stranger, which I felt like, okay, I got to put this down for a little bit. I'm mad. This is more episodic. There's sections. Now we're just getting into the meat of it, to the big, what the whole, the contract that they're going on. So it's a band of mercenaries, and in this world, mercenaries are considered like the rock bands of the world, and they usually are performing in like arenas in front of all these people and killing monsters that come from the Heartwild, which is the big forest nearby. Huge. I mean, so there's a lot of monsters. So this one's interesting because it's more talking about who's the monster. Is it really the monsters or the humans? And then the characters who are dealing with this. And then they're going on a big adventure up north, which again, I'm in the middle. They're just going to where they're gonna do that. So again, I'm halfway through. I'm really enjoying it. I figure I'll finish that sometime this week. That is my goal. So so the only other thing I'm going to put here, I'm going to put up in a couple hours probably. Maybe you guys see this tonight or tomorrow. I don't know. I haven't decided when I'm going to post it. But I'm going to put up my October TBR. I am participating in Victober. I'm really excited too. It's just I have this book to finish, and you know, and at least one other book I want to read that's not, it's a fantasy book, so it's not another read along. So I'll probably be doing that one too. The only book I have physically that I want to show, I am going to start start listening to again, the Sherlock Holmes, Stephen Fry's audiobook of all the Sherlock Holmes. So, because I want to watch the videos that Steve Donahue's putting up about these, and so so I've only done the first, as I said, I finished last week, well, before I went on vacation, I finished A Study in Scarlet. So I'm ready to start the Sign of Four. Is it the Sign of Four? Or Sign of Four? I don't remember how I put it. Anyway, the Sign of Four. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on with these, because I know he's doing it all the way through Victober, because it's Victorian. So that'll be one of my things. But that is something I will be continuing that I already have started. So that is it for my update. A little rambly. I'm a little tired. I hope the washer machine isn't making too much noise. Anyway, so I hope you guys are doing well. Are you guys reading anything good? Are you guys doing Victober? Let me know. Talk to you later. Bye.